But that is what, in truth, it was written about, was that no matter what happens to Lindsey and I as a couple, this band will go on.
What if I told you one of the greatest rock songs of all time was actually a breakup letter set to music? Imagine writing a song about your ex, then standing on stage every night while she sings harmony on it. Behind Fleetwood Mac's biggest hit was a band tearing itself apart with broken relationships, explosive arguments, betrayal, and enough emotional chaos to destroy almost anyone. Yet somehow that heartbreak created one of the best-selling albums in music history. This is the incredible true story behind Go Your Own Way, the song that nearly destroyed Fleetwood Mac, but made them legends forever.
And we'll see it through, and we'll be all right. He seems to take it a different way.
But this story didn't begin with fame or sold-out arenas. It started with two young musicians fighting to survive in the tough music scene of 1970s Los Angeles. Lindsey Buckingham and Stevie Nicks weren't famous yet. They were simply trying to keep their dreams alive. Their journey actually began years earlier in high school in California, when Stevie first heard Lindsey playing California Dreamin'. Stevie later said she thought he was a darling, and she joined him by singing harmony. That simple moment changed both of their lives forever. They eventually joined a psychedelic rock band called Fritz in 1967. When the band broke up in 1972, they stayed together as a folk rock duo, convinced they had something worth chasing. That belief led to their biggest opportunity.
That was what I was told by Urban, that she gave them an ultimatum, either Lindsey goes or I go.
In 1973, Polydor Records signed them, and they released their first album, Buckingham Nicks. They poured everything they had into it. The album featured rich harmonies, emotional songwriting, and Lindsey's creative guitar playing. They truly believed this would be their breakthrough. Instead, the album barely sold, and the record label quickly dropped them. Just like that, the dream seemed to disappear. Life became a daily struggle. Stevie worked several low-paying jobs just to pay the bills, while Lindsey earned money touring as a session guitarist with the Everly Brothers. They were exhausted, frustrated, and wondering if all the sacrifices had been worth it. Yet during this difficult period, Stevie wrote songs that would later become classics, including Rhiannon and Landslide. Landslide was inspired by the mountains around Aspen and, as Stevie explained, by watching their relationship slowly fall apart.
We'll get through this. We are breaking up. I understand he doesn't feel the same way about the way I feel about it.
By the end of 1974, their romance was hanging by a thread, even though they continued making music together. Neither of them could have imagined that their personal struggles were about to collide with an opportunity that would change their lives forever and bring even more emotional chaos along with it. Sometimes destiny arrives with one unexpected phone call. Near the end of 1974, Mick Fleetwood was looking for a recording studio when producer Keith Olsen played him a track called Frozen Love from the Buckingham Nicks album.
My relationship with Stevie is fragmented.
Mick was immediately drawn to Lindsey Buckingham's unique guitar style. With guitarist Bob Welch leaving Fleetwood Mac to begin a solo career, Mick believed he had finally found the perfect replacement. But he had no idea that bringing Lindsey aboard would also mean bringing Stevie, and that decision would reshape the band's future forever. On New Year's Eve in 1974, Mick Fleetwood called Lindsey Buckingham with an offer that changed rock history. Lindsey agreed on one condition: Stevie Nicks had to join too. Mick accepted, and on January 1st, 1975, Fleetwood Mac's legendary lineup was complete. What looked like a dream opportunity quickly became complicated. Lindsey and Stevie's relationship was already breaking down, but now they had to rehearse, record, tour, and perform together. Walking away wasn't an easy choice, so they poured their emotions into the music instead.
Well, of course, we don't know what that way is, so we'll leave that out, but
And ask him.
that's right.
By early 1976, the band entered the record plant in California to record Rumours. The studio was filled with tension as personal struggles followed every session. Even the album's title reflected the gossip and relationship drama surrounding the band. Stevie Nicks later said, "Devastation leads to writing good things." Lindsey and Stevie's painful breakup became part of the album, with emotional arguments reportedly spilling into the studio. Instead of hiding those feelings, they turned them into songs that listeners could truly feel. John and Christine McVie were facing their own heartbreak. After 8 years of marriage, they decided to separate. Even though they continued working side by side, they reportedly kept things strictly professional inside the studio, speaking very little outside of what was needed to make the album. Christine was also in a new relationship with the band's lighting director, Curry Grant, a chapter of her life that inspired her upbeat song, "You Make Loving Fun." Then there was Mick Fleetwood. As if managing the band's growing tension wasn't enough, he had recently learned that his marriage to Jenny Boyd had ended after a painful betrayal. The news left him deeply shaken during one of the most important recording sessions of his career. Later, during the tour that followed the album's release, Mick and Stevie Nicks briefly became involved, adding yet another unexpected twist to an already tangled story. And through all of this, the band has openly spoken over the years about the heavy drug use that surrounded many of those recording sessions. Looking back, members have even described the amount of cocaine used during that era with the famous phrase that it stretched for several miles. Whether in the studio or behind the scenes, nearly every day seemed to bring another challenge. And somehow, all of that emotion became part of one of the most celebrated albums in rock history. The stories from the Rumours sessions only got more unbelievable. The band even considered thanking their drug dealer in the album's liner notes, but the idea was dropped. Looking back, Stevie Nicks said, "You felt so bad about what was happening that you did a line to cheer yourself up."
And for me in particular, I was not the one doing the leaving. She left me.
It was a chaotic time, and that turmoil found its way into the music. Heartbreak became part of Fleetwood Mac's songwriting. Instead of hiding their emotions, they turned arguments and painful moments into songs that connected with millions of listeners. One of Lindsey Buckingham's earliest songs for Rumours was "Go Your Own Way," written after his breakup with Stevie Nicks. Producer Ken Kailat reportedly thought the first demo sounded rough, but its raw emotion became one of its biggest strengths. One lyric caused instant tension. "Packing up, shacking up is all you want to do." Stevie later said Lindsey knew the line wasn't true and believed he included it to upset her. Whether fans agreed or not, the lyric added even more emotion to an already painful chapter. Stevie reportedly asked Lindsey to change the line, but he refused. That decision made the song even more personal for everyone involved. Then came the moment that many fans still find remarkable. Stevie went into the studio and recorded harmony vocals on the very song that many believed was aimed at her. Even with their relationship falling apart, the band stayed focused on making the strongest music they could. As difficult as those sessions became, the music itself kept everyone moving forward. Christine McVie, often described by Mick Fleetwood as the steady presence holding the group together, recognized how powerful Lindsey's song had become despite the personal tension surrounding it. The band continued working together, putting the music ahead of their disagreements, even when emotions were running high. "Go Your Own Way" also created a fascinating contrast with Stevie Nicks's own song, "Dreams." While Lindsey's track expressed frustration and heartbreak, Stevie later described "Dreams" as coming from a more hopeful place, reflecting her wish that Lindsey would eventually find happiness despite everything they had gone through together. Those two completely different perspectives, one filled with anger, the other with hope, became one of the defining emotional threads running through Rumours, helping turn the album into one of rock's most unforgettable masterpieces. So why does Go Your Own Way sound so different from so many other rock songs of its time? The answer goes far beyond the lyrics. The music itself reflects everything the band was going through. It feels powerful, restless, and constantly pushing forward, almost like you can hear the tension built into every note. Lindsey Buckingham gave Go Your Own Way its signature sound by blending gritty electric guitar with clean acoustic guitar, creating one thick, powerful tone. The mix captured both the energy of the song and the emotional tension inside Fleetwood Mac. Mick Fleetwood's driving drums pushed that feeling even further. Inspired by the Rolling Stones' Street Fighting Man, Lindsey encouraged Mick to create a similar groove. Mick used heavy toms and a steady beat that gave the song its non-stop momentum. John McVie also adjusted his bass line, simplifying the verses to keep the tension building before opening up in the chorus. One of the most remarkable moments came when Stevie Nicks recorded harmony vocals, even though many believed the lyrics were about her. Her voice blended with Lindsey's, creating a powerful contrast that made the band's real-life emotions impossible to ignore. Even the song's unusual rhythm caught people off guard. Some listeners weren't sure what to make of it at first. One well-known Los Angeles radio DJ, V. Mitchell Reed, even joked on the air that he couldn't find the beat. Lindsey happened to hear the broadcast and later contacted the DJ, explaining that the delayed entrance of the acoustic guitar was intentional. The arrangement was designed to make the rhythm feel unexpected before everything finally locked into place. What sounded confusing at first became one of the song's most memorable musical ideas. When Go Your Own Way was released as the first single from Rumours in December 1976, listeners responded almost immediately. Its emotional honesty and explosive energy stood out from much of the polished rock music on the radio at the time. Fans connected with its raw sound, and the excitement surrounding Fleetwood Mac quickly grew. The song climbed into the top 10 of the Billboard Hot 100, becoming the band's first major top 10 hit in the United States. Even more importantly, it created huge anticipation for the album that followed. Advance orders for Rumours reportedly reached around 800,000 copies, setting a record for the label at the time and proving that Fleetwood Mac had created something far bigger than anyone could have expected. The success of Go Your Own Way was just the start. Rumours went on to sell more than 40 million copies worldwide, becoming one of the best-selling albums ever. But behind the success, Fleetwood Mac was carrying an emotional weight that never seemed to fade. As the band launched a demanding 6-month tour, they performed deeply personal songs night after night. Go Your Own Way became one of the most emotional moments of every show. Stevie Nicks later said, "Every time those words would come on stage, I wanted to go over and kill him," describing just how angry the lyrics made her feel. Fans often remembered the intense chemistry between Lindsey Buckingham and Stevie Nicks on stage, with every lyric and glance seeming filled with real emotion. Christine McVie summed it up by saying, "We were playing out our personal lives in front of thousands of people every night, and they were loving every minute of it." The impact of Go Your Own Way reached far beyond the concert stage. During the late 1970s, its themes of heartbreak, separation, and moving forward connected with countless listeners. As relationships and family life were changing across the country, many people found pieces of their own lives reflected in Fleetwood Mac's music. The honesty of the lyrics made the songs feel real in a way that resonated with millions. Because of that emotional connection, many fans came to see Rumours as one of the defining albums of its generation. Instead of offering perfect love stories or carefree optimism, it explored heartbreak, uncertainty, and difficult choices. Those themes helped the album remain relevant long after its original release. The influence of Go Your Own Way didn't stop there. Over the years, the song has appeared in memorable scenes from films such as Forrest Gump and Casino, introducing Fleetwood Mac to entirely new audiences. Many artists have also recorded their own versions, each bringing a different style and perspective while keeping the emotional heart of the song alive. Decades later, musicians still point to it as one of rock's most powerful and enduring recordings. Even decades later, the story behind Go Your Own Way still sparks debate. In a 1997 interview, Stevie Nicks said some of the lyrics still hurt her, while Lindsey Buckingham described the song as an honest reflection of a relationship that constantly changed. Those different perspectives remain a big part of the Rumours story. The song's legacy goes far beyond its success. Every performance reminds fans that some of the most unforgettable music comes from real emotion. Instead of letting heartbreak tear the band apart, Fleetwood Mac turned those struggles into songs that have connected with generations of listeners and continue to stand the test of time. In the end, Go Your Own Way didn't create the band's problems, it captured them. By being honest about what they were going through, Fleetwood Mac created a song and an album that have stood the test of time and continue to inspire millions of listeners around the world. Now it's your turn. Do you think Go Your Own Way is Fleetwood Mac's greatest song? Or do you believe another track from Rumours deserves that title? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next deep dive into music history. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.